What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Recap of yesterday's free picks. We ended up 2-2 yesterday, so let's take a look at those. We had our man Pascal Siakam over PRA Goblin. No, he obviously didn't cash for us. He ended with 22. He ended up struggling yesterday, which honestly, that one was just a bad bet on my part. We had Donovan Mitchell over 24.5 points. How Mitchell cashed is beyond me. The first two plays, I saw how they were going, and I was like, man, we're about to reverse sweep these free picks, aren't we? But then Chris Paul came. Chris Paul had 7 assists in the first half, ended with 7 assists somehow. So we got lucky on that, or unlucky that he didn't have more than 7, or what it was. But CP3 cashed his assist line, Mitchell cashed his points line, and then for the kicker, we needed Kelly Olynyk to get us 10 RA. Olynyk had 1 rebound and assist in the first half and ended with 6. So if he would have had a little bit better of a first half, we would have been golden. But unlucky, man. 2-2 yesterday. It is what it is. So I have 4 more plays for today. Really like these plays. We have a big slate today, but the slate has a lot of potential blowout games, a lot of 10-point plus spreads or close to 10-point spreads, so be careful on it. But I am going to show some wins from yesterday. So yesterday, I played really, really heavy. Heavier than I should have. And yesterday could have been a really good day, but I'm not even going to lie. Money lines yesterday killed me. I had 3 college money lines, and then I had 1 in an NBA money line. I took the Rockets last night, and the money lines didn't go well for me last night, which really ate into my profit because I played 2.5, almost 3 units on the Rockets, which lost. So that was really unlucky. But we did cash these slips. So we cashed this double up over on Chalkboard. We cashed this as one of our taco plays. Obviously, the Harden taco cashed $100 for 200. If you guys are wondering, yes, I can play $100 on the tacos because I'm Prizepicks VIP. Once you bet a certain amount on the app, they will offer you VIP status, which allows you to play more on discounted lines, which is what happened for me. So this one obviously cashed too, another $100 for 200. We cashed this one. I only played $75 on this one because I didn't trust the goalie saves because the goalie tacos have been chalking me. But it cashed us out. We had Giannis and Mikal Bridges. That one cashed us out. We had Doncic and Harden over on the Sleeper app. Cashed us out for a double up. Another college basketball slip for a little over a double up. We had another little 3-man with the free pick for Jared Allen. This one cashed us. And then we cashed this one right here, LeBron James and Dyson Daniels over on the Sleeper app for another little double up. So a lot of slips were cashed. We had a few slips that definitely missed. And overall, yesterday wasn't as good as I had hoped. But it wasn't horrible either. So anyways, guys, if you want to have a chance at free VIP, make sure you guys leave a like and comment on this video. If this video gets 250 likes, I use this random generator. It generates a random comment down below, and one of you guys will win. So let's pick our winner from yesterday. And remember, guys, you got to be subscribed to win. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button right at 29,000 subscribers. Super close to 30K. Appreciate all of you guys. Let's pick our winner from yesterday's video. So winner is for OG Steven. He said, let's get it, man. Well, Steven, send me a message on Discord. We'll get you added for a free month of VIP. Appreciate the love and support from every single one of you. And yeah, if you guys do want to get all of our plays, you can head on over to our WAP or our Patreon. Link to both of those are down in the description. It gives you access to the paid section of our Discord. Obviously, I go through this every single video. If you guys want a free month of our premium, free month of our VIP, just sign up for any of our partnered apps. Now, here's the main partnered apps right now. We have Prizepicks. We're starting off bad on these partnered apps. Partnered apps, starting over. Let's redo this. Parlay Play, Sleeper, Underdog, Chalkboard, Better, the 2 newest ones, NOVIG and Dabble. If you guys haven't signed up for any of those 7 apps, sign up with our code. Make a minimum $10 deposit on any of those apps, and you get a free month of VIP for each app. So if you guys don't have NOVIG, NOVIG is a sports book. It's available in almost every single state. It's one of the only sports books available in my state. If you guys go sign up for NOVIG, you only need a $5 deposit on NOVIG. Use code ACES, or we have a link down below, and you can use either one of those to sign up. And yeah, guys, you get a free month of VIP for each one. They do stack. It's up to 7 months for free. But other than that, guys, let's jump into these free picks for today. So the first free pick of the day is going to be a run it back play. So I played this the other day. It cashed me out, and I got to run it back. It's for our man Kyle Filipowski. Now, the other day, this one was a little bit sweaty. Now, his line right now, 26.5. It's 27.5 on most other platforms. 26.5 right now on Parlay Play. I recommend taking it on Parlay Play. Code Fantasy Aces on Parlay Play. Get you a deposit match, an extra $5 slip, and you get a free month of VIP. No brainer for Parlay Play. But 26.5 for Parlay Play is a good line. And a lot of people are like, this line is high, yes. For Filipowski, this is a very high line. But we got to look at why this line's high, why it was high last time we cashed it, and really dive into this play. So the main factor of this play being so high is looking at the Jazz's team. So the Jazz are missing Jordan Clarkson, John Collins. They're missing Walker Kessler tonight. Lauri Markkanen's out. Colin Sexton's out. They're missing their entire team. Like they are literally missing every starting five except for Collier. So they're missing a lot of their starting or a lot of their team overall. They're going to need somebody to play tonight. Filipowski is going to be the one. It's a matchup versus Washington. Washington is favored to win. Like you got to understand, like Washington's not favored to win very often. So this is one of those games where Filipowski should shine. So looking at his last game versus Detroit, we took this game. We took can't remember if we played him versus the Pelicans or versus Detroit. I think it was versus Detroit where we played him, where I took Filipowski's over, and he went over, but his minutes were way lower than they should have been. So looking at his minutes, he only played like 24.4 minutes. Maybe it wasn't that game. Anyway, one of these last few games we played him, and he did cash us out, but it was sweaty. So I don't think it was the Detroit game. Maybe it was the Pelicans game, something like that. But either way, man, Filipowski tonight, really like this play. If you look at Washington's PRA defense, we already know it's bottom in the league, man. Bottom 2 in points, worst rebounding defense in the league, 26 in assists, which is bottom 5. Go to center position is 29th and 27th with 8 in assists. So they give tons of points and rebounds, not many assists. If you do want to play Kyle Filipowski over just PR, you can take it there as well. His assist line is at 3.5, which is why I kind of like PRA, because he did have that 7 assist game, so he can get the assists. So I like just risking it with the assists on this one. I think he cashes regardless, and I like Kyle over 30 or 26.5 PRA. So I'm gonna pull it up on Props Madness. Jazz, where are we at? Okay. Okay, dude, I'm losing my mind. I could not find the Jazz. I was looking for Jazz for some reason instead of Utah. But anyway, Filipowski. Every matchup right here is going to be yellow, which is mid, which isn't bad. As long as it's not orange or red, you're pretty much in the clear on these. 33% under the rim, yellow matchup. 25% in the paint, yellow matchup. 1% mid range, and then from the 3-point line, you got a 41%, which is yellow. 60% of the this position is cash versus Washington. So overall, not a bad matchup. If you look at his hit rate, let me go back to Filipowski. I don't know why I cleared that. But if you look at his hit rate, obviously this season, he's only cashed 5 of 51 games. If you look at that, you're like, man, this is a guaranteed under. Wouldn't go with that, with the guaranteed under. Because look, if you take Colin Sexton, John Collins, Jordan Clarkson, Lauri Markkanen, already we're down 3 or 4 games he's cashed. He's averaging 26.5. You go out and you take out Walker Kessler as well. So we're coming down here. We're going to hit Walker Kessler. There's 2 games that this has happened. This is back on the 2nd, so it was a Pelicans game that I did play him. So it was the last game that they were all out. So Pelicans. And then versus Portland, he had 36 and he had 30. So we're going to go to his minutes. He only played 27 minutes versus the Pelicans. He played 36 minutes versus Portland. If he gets anywhere near 30 minutes, the dude's going to cash this line. Love to play for him, man. Kyle Filipowski. I think they're going to need him tonight. And versus Washington, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. So like that play a lot as pick number 1 of the day. Regular payout over on Parlay Play. I will check it on Prizepicks to see if it got bumped down to 26.5. But yeah, so it's still 27.5. Better value on Parlay Play by a long shot. But that is pick number 1 for our second pick of the day. We're jumping over to the King side of things. We're taking our man Joe Val. So Joe Valanciunas, we're taking him over 24.5 points and rebounds. Now, this line you can change 24.5 or 25.5 depending on which payout you want. His original line is 25.5. You can get him at 24.5 over on Parlay Play. So you can buy it down for like a 1.55x payout. And I'll show you. So 24.5, 1.58. So you get almost a 1.6x. You can get his 25.5 at 1.85x, which is insane value. It's 1.75-ish on Prizepicks. So you're getting another 0.1 payout, which is way better. If you played these two together, you'd have a 3.2x, which is a really, really good payout for these two plays. If you want to play it at 24.5, you still have a 2.8x payout. So really depending on which payout you want. 24.5, obviously the safer line. You're buying it down some. But Joe Val, so I like this play tonight. So we're going to look at the injury news again. Obviously, Sabonis is out. Malik Monk is game time decision. If Monk decides to sit, this will probably go up even more. Looking at the Nuggets side of things, Joker's game time decision. Aaron Gordon's game time decision. I think they're going to play. We'll see what happens with that. But if Joker and Aaron Gordon sit, this game hopefully doesn't get ugly. They are playing in Denver, so I don't think it's going to be a blowout. But who knows what's going to happen. It's the NBA. So looking at Joe Val, he's cashed 2 of his last 4 versus Denver. He only has 1 this game. Obviously, there's no games playing with the Kings. So we just got traded over to the Kings. We understand that. And there's not going to be any really head-to-head data for that. So what we're going to look at is his last 5 games, and you got to look at his minutes played. So when Sabonis sat, he played 29.8 minutes and 23.4 minutes without Sabonis. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. I'm going to filter this line to 23 minutes. And I'm actually going to go up on this line because if you look at the game versus Dallas, the only reason he played 23 minutes instead of more is because it was a blowout. They won by 30 points. So obviously he didn't play his normal allotment of minutes. So I'm just going to set this to 25 minutes. If we assume Joe Val plays 25 minutes in this game, which he should, he has cashed 4 of his last 6 games overall. And let me see. Yeah, only one of those games is from the Kings versus Houston. So he had 29 PR versus Houston, 15 points, 14 rebounds. Check out the rest of them, man. He's still been playing pretty dang well in those 6 games. He had a couple games where he went under versus Minnesota and the Bucks. But versus Denver, OKC, Charlotte, Houston, he's killed it. Head-to-head data over the 25 minutes. He has got 32, 30, and 23 versus Denver, averaging 28 PR. So I like to play for him, man, Joe Val. If you don't want to risk it for him, you don't have to. But I think he's going to have a good game tonight. I like this play. Looking at points and rebounds defense from Denver, 22nd in points, 4th in rebounds. Go to the center position. It's 22nd and 19th. So we know Denver gives up a lot of stats to the center position. I think Joe Val is going to come out and he's going to play hard tonight. If I click Sacramento versus Denver, we're going to click our man Joe Val, and we're going to look at the matchup. So 50% of his shots are taken under the rim. It's yellow matchup. Other 32% is taken from in the paint, which is a green matchup. 14% mid-range. Then he has 4% from behind the arc, which is yellow and yellow. So overall, good matchup in terms of where the shots are taken, especially that in the paint shot where it's 32%. And then if you look at similar players, 57%, and then by position, 67% of the last 15 centers is hit. So 10 of the last 15 centers have cashed versus Denver, which is another great matchup for our man Joe Val. So Joe Val is going to be pick number 2 of the day. I've got him locked in. You can pick whichever one you want. For the free picks, I'm probably just going to leave it at 24.5 because I think that's the smarter play. But I say it's the smarter play, but is it really the smarter play when you get a 0.27x higher payout for 1 PR? So the smarter play, if you want to risk it and want to risk it and smarter, I don't think should be in the same sentence. But it's up to discretion, really. So the smarter play probably is 1.85x, to be honest with you, just because the payout's so much better for 1 PR. I think he's going to cash each one of them. So I'll put 25.5 as the free pick. That's what I'll put on the list. If he gets 25, I'll say this pick missed. But 25.5 PR for our man Joe Val, 1.85x, or you can buy it down depending on whichever one you guys want to do. But that is going to be our second pick of the day. Jumping into pick number 3, it is going to be a discounted line for our man Shai. So I'm taking SGA, taking Gilgeous-Alexander, going to take him over points or PRA. So there's 2 choices you have for this play. Now, I locked in Shai last night. His guy won at 24.5 points. It got bumped down. So let me see if it's on Prizepicks still. So can't get it on Prizepicks, but his point line got bumped down in terms of payout. So this was a 1.25x payout or whatever, and now it's all the way down to a 1.16, which the payout's not really, it's not a good payout, man. It's a terrible payout. If you want to play his boosted promo play, he has a promo play over on Parlay Play right now, 1.48x to take him over 39.5 PRA. I like this as well. I like his 24.5 points better. I think it's definitely going to be the easier line for him to hit. I will say for SGA, I will see SGA's line at 31.5 points, and it'll be a tough matchup. And I'll be like, you know what? I should roll this under. And I don't play his under because I'm scared to take his under, and he drops like 40 points. So SGA potentially could have chalked me like 10 games in a row when I see his points props is so high. If he doesn't get 25 versus Memphis, I'm going to be a little bit salty. So that's what I'm going to put as the free picks. You can take his PRA if you want as well. That's probably the better bet in terms of payout-wise. If you play these together, you got a 5X, which is really, really good value for a 3-pick, especially when one of them is discounted. But regardless, man, I like to play for SGA. 24.5 points is going to be the one I go with. I'm going to pull him up here. He's cashed 10 of his last 10 games. He's averaging 39 points per game in his last 10. He's cashed just 97% on the season. He is averaging 38.5 points per game. SGA is killing it. Head-to-head, he's been over 4 of his last 5 versus Memphis. He has 2 games this season. He has cashed over 40 points in both games this season. So SGA is a no-brainer. They give up 25th and 21s in terms of points and assists. You don't really have to dive too deep into this play because it's 25 points for SGA. He should get it, but let's pull it up over here on Props Madness. OKC. And we're going to look at the matchup. So he's got a yellow matchup everywhere except from behind the arc. 25% of his shots taken from behind the three-point line, which is green. He's got 18% mid-range yellow, 23% in the paint, which is yellow, and then 33% under the rim, which is yellow. 38% of the last similar players versus Memphis is cash, which is bad. By position, shooting guard, 40% of cash, which is also bad. But overall, man, I mean, nobody's SGA, so you can't really compare. Similar players to SGA. Trae Young is not SGA. LeVert's definitely not SGA. Chris Paul's definitely not SGA. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to look at those similar players or whatever. But regardless of this, he has a good matchup in terms of scoring. He's cashed just 97% of games this season. It should be free. That's my opinion on it. But anyways, that is going to be our first discounted line. And the second discounted line of the day is going to be over on the Heat side of things. So I'm going to be locking in our man Bam. So Bam at 29.5 PRA. Now, this is a tough matchup for Bam. They are playing against Cleveland, at Cleveland. Injury news, Wiggins is out, which obviously leads to more usage for Bam right now. And then Mobley is out for the Cavs, which obviously I think helps Bam too. So looking at Bam, over his last 10 games, he has cashed just 8 of his last 10. He's fairly consistent, man. There hasn't been very many games where he's been way under, except that one game versus Atlanta. But 32, 32, 32, 32, 41, 39, 46, 38. Dang, I'm talking really fast. But anyways, cashed 8 of his last 10. He's cashed 60% on the season. If you go to games without Butler, so I'm not sure. I didn't check this myself, so I'm not sure how this chart looks. But without Butler, he's cashed 67% of games, so that looks better for him. Then you can go games without Wiggins. Without Wiggins, 57%, which is a little bit skewed. But anyways, I like this play a lot for him, man. Jimmy Butler, head-to-head data, he's cashed just 3 straight games versus Cleveland. The only 2 games this season, he had 35 and 33 PRA versus Cleveland. So he's been playing really, really good versus the Cavs anyway. I think 29.5 is a little bit too low for him, and I'm going to lock him in, man. So that's my opinion on this play. Yes, it's a tough matchup versus Cleveland, but I think they're going to need Bam tonight, especially if they want to keep this game close at all, and I think they can, man. I don't think they're going to get completely destroyed. If they play good, they can keep this game close. Looking at the shot chart for our man Bam, a good matchup. 34% of his shots under the rim is yellow, 35% in the paint, which is yellow. The other 15% is going to be mid-range, which is a green matchup. And then he has 16% from behind the arc, which is yellow on those. So it's not bad. He has 1 green and a bunch of yellow. That's actually a favorable matchup. And then not even going to really pay attention to these. It's 50% hit rate for similar players. And then by position, 47%. So overall, like the Bam play. I'll pull it up on Parlay play real quick. Bam, yabba dabba doo. Points, rebounds, and assists. And you got a 1.3x payout on this. So if you decide to play these 4 together, you'd have a 5x for a 4-man, which is kind of bad, but that's 2 really low discounted lines. If you played SGA's promo, it's going to be way higher than that. But I would recommend breaking them into 2s. If you play them into sets of 2s, like Joe Val and SGA together, you'd have a double up, and then Bam and Kyle Filipowski, you'd have another double up. So you can have 2 double up plays right here. That's the way I would play them. But you guys are more than welcome to do it any way you want. So those are our 4 plays for today, guys. We got Kyle Filipowski over 26.5 PRA. We got Joe Val over 25.5 points and rebounds. You can get him down to 24.5 for a good payout as well if you want to go down a point. We have SGA over 24.5 points or his 39.5 PRA promo. And then we have Bam over 29.5 PRA versus Cleveland. So hopefully we cash you guys out. Make sure you guys join our free Discord server if you haven't already. Link is down in the description. Let me know if you guys sign up for a partnered app. I'll get you that free month of VIP. We'd love to have you guys in VIP anyway. And I will see y'all in tomorrow's video.